everybody, one of Wiisdom here. It is episode 100, and we currently have nothing special at all planned. Just the way you want it, right? I realized, though, after going through episode 99, which your sound was on here, I don't believe I actually showed this, and I did do it. This wasn't done recently. It was done back then. So this is the bridge. This is the path. I've got plans here. We can't execute them just yet. But this area here, you might have seen part of it, but you definitely didn't see this thing, and that was the whole intention, was to connect that area with the one we're headed to. So got it all tunneled out. I guess we just wound up spending so much time in Demon Hill type of a thing. I'm also going to need steak. Just thought of that as we run through here. Burning through our hunger. But yeah, this is the progress that we made. And again, I just completely forgot to kind of showcase it to you, so my bad, but hey, made amends here. So on that note, not quite sure what the best course of action is to get back to where I want to be now. Full inventory and all. I know we can intersect with it. In fact, probably here would be good. We'll just start trekking this way and see if we can come upon what I'm looking for. So, shallow ravine. Right up here somewhere. We'll just go all the way over here. That'll be... yeah. Okay. Classic. Just where I needed to be, right here. So, this, of course, we've got the Creeper Caverns over here. That sounded like a creeper. Not sure what it was. Creeper Caverns. You've seen this path work, right? Oh, there's something over there I need to show you. That'll probably get dicey, too. Probably going to need to ditch some of this. Anyway, this is where things ended. This has been here a long time. This is relatively new. All of this is brand new. And if you're thinking, oh, look at that chunk error over there. We got a couple of errors to take a look at, actually. Before we go there, this is new. I've had the pin here forever. Just now put cows in it. There were, I believe, 2 in the entire birch forest, and we got both of them. I've been harvesting a lot of the pumpkins over there. Also new. Did some terraforming over here, and all these carrots. That's right. So exciting. Just episode 100 off the charts in terms of entertainment value here. So we'll just come over here. I was trying to keep these nice and organized, but let's just be honest, that's not going to happen. So I won't need that. I keep holding on to those, and I'm really not sure why I do that, but yeah, we'll try not to need it. How about that? So, anyhow, coming back this direction, we've got this new path that we've laid out, and it's all, you know, in the rough end stages. We've got 5 wide. That's what I went for. I want it grand and majestic, right? Right here, we're gonna have a drop down, sort of like a little hidden area. We'll probably put some chests and storage whatnots in there. Coming up, where is it? Right here, I'm going to go ahead. I cleared this out nicely. You can see my trail of torches. It goes all the way to the river as our sun sets. So we have a nice view of the bridge, was the logic there. And then a tree on that side. Also, talk about efficiency. We've got, I think, 3 sheep in there now. Speaking of weird things, where is it? Must be up here. I probably won't be able to find it now, but it was driving me nuts for quite some time. Take it slow. I think it's that side. Okay. We'll see if we can figure this out after we sleep, because I'm tired. Alright, so as the sun sets on another thrilling... the heck was the sound? Like it was raining or something. Anyway, somewhere... Okay, well, funny story about all this. Somewhere there's a place I cannot place a block at all. It eats it, it disappears every single time. And I'm not sure where that is because I think I screwed it up when I placed planks. It's still there, I've lost the place that it was. I feel like it was in this area though, for whatever that may be worth to you. Anyway, basically whatever block, it doesn't matter, it just disappears. So, fun stuff, you know. And like I said, I genuinely don't know where it was. But coming up, we have little birch steps. I did birch because we're in a birch. You know, I did the spruce first because it started over there, and you want to maintain consistency, I thought. And then all of this area, there's no birch. I mean, there's no oak, there's no spruce. It's all birch. So that's what we did. Kind of mirrored our retaining wall from over there. Here, we're obviously not done. But coming this way, I kind of blew out this side. Now, this was actually here. When you trailed in from this direction, it's kind of one of those mini entry points into this area. This kind of what you see there just sort of trailed up, and then I just blew it out. We've got the waterfall there. I'll probably, continue work on it. I'd already lit those trees up, so my thoughts were it made the path that much more interesting, right? And just sort of connects A to B to C to D. And that's ultimately what I'm trying to do here. So, again, I wish I hadn't done what I did, because somewhere there's a place that eats blocks, and I wanted to have it marked. We could use it as a trash can, as stupid as that sounds. But anyway, something else that I've accomplished, digging to sounds, right? When we get over here, there's always this spot, kind of by the little proposed grotto areas, where I just constantly, always seem to hear lots of mobs. And I've tried and tried and tried digging to it, and I've never really had any luck. And it always sounds like super close to the surface. Like when you're walking across here, it always seems like it would be here, but it's not. And I've dug and I've dug and I've tunneled and I've tunneled. I've stair-stepped. In fact, I hear spiders already. And be danged if what I found when I was going through there, I've got to locate that again too. Somewhere in here I have a entry point that I had made, just going down, I think right over here actually. And be danged, I dug into this, okay, and this was all the area I'd come from, and then I broke one block, and this had I don't know how many mobs in it, and we're letting them repopulate while I come through here recklessly. So I'm not quite sure. I mean, this is super close to the surface, like 6-7 blocks down, I would say. And we're just gonna run in and see what happens. Anticlimactic, once again, episode 100. Don't you love? This is like some underground theater room, and apparently we've interrupted the fun, but I kid you not, this must be where everything kept being. And it was just insane. There was Enderman, witches, tons of zombies, tons of skeletons, really more creepers than anything if I had to guess. But this was untouched by me. This is just one of those like almost perfect rooms. That area over there kind of screws it up, but like look at the symmetry. Very, very cool. And I do believe this is what I had been trying to find. And this whole menagerie down here is all from the other day, as I believe one of these intersected with it. And finally, I was just able to go that direction instead of over here, and I found it after all that time. So I honestly anticipated there would be a whole bunch of stuff in there, and there was not. So, episode 100 continuing on in impressive fashion. Now, I have not been down here. I don't know if we want to mess with it or not, really. Kinda don't. In all honesty, just to be totally upfront with you. So, I don't think we will. But kind of what I was thinking we would do. I've been doing all sorts of stuff over here off camera. I also stumbled into Demon Hill a couple more times by way of ravine, by way of all sorts of back roads and crazy entrance points, things like that. Ultimately, I think we've got it pretty well lit up at this point in time. So my apologies you weren't there for that, but I think all that was really left was kind of the waterfall area, and I intended to do that with you, but as fate would have it, it didn't happen. And I do apologize, but things go down. I've added these pumpkins here to sort of like the semi-tree farm type of a thing. couple more tunnels here and there, all sorts of lame, crazy stuff. This area is really tough to figure out because I want paths that get me to the little farm area. I also want to continue to expand the farm area, but at the same time, like, this is an overgrown plains oasis with a small chunk of sunflowers, and I'm not sure how to capitalize on that. Oh, I know something else I've done. So I placed a ton of pumpkins. Some of them you saw, some of you didn't. If I get over here close to that bridge, you're going to start to see a whole bunch of stone brick, okay? And there's a funny story with that. So I'm trying to debate if I want to go in through the bottom or not. Let's see if we can find the chaos. It's going to be somewhere in there. It is. You see it coming into focus? You're thinking, that's pretty linear, buddy, right? And what went on there? Well, I tell ya, the best way to understand it is to see it, so that's what we'll go for. Let's see how well we can navigate our own base. Very rarely do I use that. I kind of need to blow all this out, actually. And this might be the quickest way to get there. This should drop down to the chest, yes. Look at me, understanding my own labyrinth. Isn't that impressive? Oh yeah, this is something else I did off camera. I've got stone brick not only here, but in all of the 3 rooms. That's right. Impressive. I've tunneled a ton over here. That used to step up and go through that path. Now that kind of intersects over there with the lava. But right here, if you recall, I should know, that goes to the cactus farm. And I said, this... And I don't know why the grass hasn't trained any faster than this. But that drops down to the granite area. But over here, I was like, you know what? I gotta make this proper, frame it out, do what's right. Here's a storage area. Drop some junk. If I had any. Which, I don't think we're going to need that. Or those. Probably don't need the doors, and that hose kind of useless, but we'll break it. So this is where we were in the river. And let me tell you, this was a nightmare. Now, where you see these stone bricks, these were all tunnels that went down. In fact, I think that goes to the ravine that ties in with Demon Hill, all that stuff still going on. You've got all sorts of paths and connection points, and it's just unbelievable crud going on there. So I do work on this stuff as time allows. Now, if I take you down here, let's see, I'm not sure really which one of these is best. And some of these intersect with our... I'm hearing like a villager for some reason. Anyway, some of these intersect with the waterway, which is probably this direction. And then some of them actually go down. Some of the ones up there in our caves that then connect with Demon Hill. It's just insane. Some of them go nowhere like this one. But I keep thinking I hear like a villager. Not a zombie, but like a legitimate villager, so I'm not sure what's up with that. Unless one of them somehow got severely lost. Consulted their iMap or something instead of using a real navigational tool. I don't understand how they'd be here. But anyway, rest assured, all that stuff connects. Kind of what I thought I might start doing now, as much as I don't really want to. I kind of want Prismarine. And I also think it would be way easier to clear out an underwater temple in 1.11, which I am still in. That's right, old school here. It's really, you know, it kind of cut me in my teeth in like 1.7, 1.8. Haven't really left that area, but mending's awesome, and mending in Infinity is even better. And subsequently, what I'm getting at, I'm kind of thinking we might go to a desert, get a whole bunch of sand, or gravel, or whatever we come across, drop it down, surround the glorious ocean monument, one of them, possibly both of them eventually, raid it, get everything cleaned up, get it ready for a farm, whatever. I just think that would be ridiculously more desirable of a task to have in this version of the game than 1.5 or 6 or whatever they're currently on with a fresh release. But they have added a ton of cool stuff that I'd like to use and have fun with and move on from this. But the big holdups were right there, mending in Infinity, coupled, of course, with little things like that. So I'm honestly not sure which. We really need food too. I might make a sword of some sort, like a stake steak knife type of a deal, and go to town that way. Then I don't know, wind up in the desert, maybe get potions, something along those lines. I've got a lot to do. You kind of know the general idea. We need to start messing with the monument, and of course, I'm probably not going to complete it anytime soon. It's something I want to get underway though, so we can continue progressing. And I do believe that's it. So I'll gather up some food, which I actually, now that I think about it, have pretty good access to this way to the cow farm. So the one we have above ground, subsurface, here between this area and the savanna, which precedes the desert, right? But anyway, you kind of get a feel for what's going to be going on. So I'll quit rambling, and I will see you when I see you. Alright, so all I wanted to do is get some steak. Now, it was nighttime, as you can clearly see from this side of the frame that I just happened to look at. And witches seem to love that tree for some reason. That's where we always see them when we're in the base. Anyway, be danged, I let the skeleton burn and the zombie burn, and I thought all was good in the hood. I came up, the chute is right there between these pins, okay? You can see my trap door. First thing I see when I come up is that guy. Not the sunshine sheep, oh no, but that guy. And that's not an ideal thing to have near your livestock, let alone in the pin. So where'd the witch go? She's just chilling. Oh, we got some gunmen on us. This is gonna be fun. That guy was moving like he had Death Strider. Oh yeah, 3 in a row. And, oh, she floated. She's a witch. Now, there's a song about that. Nirvana. Good times, right? If she floats. Yeah, anyway, that aside, that was kind of an interesting sequence of events I did not anticipate, and the creeper's still in the pin, which would be a terrible thing to forget about. But in an attempt to keep my inventory clean, we'll just pick up all of this garbage. So clearly, we must need to move the pumpkins up somehow, right? And probably light this area. That there, where the trees burn, that's not me. No, no, no. Crazy chopping didn't happen there. That's where the lightning strikes and evil takes flight. Right? So, still in there. Did he go out of the pin? Just way far back. Cool. So, as you can see, no shortage of beef here. And that's just the news I was hoping to have. So, I'm going to go around and get myself some steak and rebreed the population after we eradicate all this evil. And we'll be back. So stay tuned. More excitement headed your way. Alright, so how did we do? Well, you'd be the judge. We got 66. Intended to stop and stack even. Didn't quite pull it off. But now, as a rancher should do, we're going to breed the population. So I'll dump this stuff off. Probably need to take care of the sword at some point, but hey. We'll be back, possibly in the base, possibly in the nether, possibly in the desert, who knows. Just stay seated, so I'm sure you're on the edge of your seat with suspense. Sound that's maddening out of a short period of time. Lord, it's the night of the slime or something. Jeez. Wonder it was so loud. That seemed worse than usual. Really nothing in here. No. Maybe next time, buddy. Maybe next time. Alright, so that, all it showed me was knockback 2, and I went ahead and rolled the dice, and not terrible. Obviously, we need to put some more sharpness on it. Looting would be ideal, mending, of course, but for just random enchant, not too shabby. And I say that, and right as I put the new sword in, sharpness 4. Haha. Alright, let's see what this one gets. breaking 3. I actually might be tied in with something lame. Bane of Arthropods, but... and it has looting. Looting 3. Sometimes. And it'll do for now. We've got this monstrosity we've created, plus looting 2. Far from ideal, but I'm just kind of in the need to get out of here. So that's what we're going to do. And this one's been pretty good to me. This is what we've been rocking for the longest time. Note, it was only looting 2, and it only had sharpness 3 on it. So that was not exactly ideal either. Also thinking, as much as I hate to, should probably leave our Slimer name tag here. I had plans for it up in the Sky Farm area, but didn't quite materialize just yet. It will eventually, but not at this time. So with that said, into the nether I go, and I will catch you here. Wanting to capture some more of these guys. Might be a good time to do it. Well, I'll work on this and catch you back here shortly. And a beautiful use of levels as we've now got Dr. Ham present in the facility. Doctor, thank you. If you are not sure of this man's accolades, well, he is one of the leading scientists in the nation, here at Project Genesis at least, in the meat department. That's right, that's where he's going to work, is the meat department. Oh, look at him, ready to go to work. Dr. Ham, hot on the prowl, probably looking for meat to inspect. But hey, for now, we're gonna show him the ropes, get him situated. Not quite sure where the meat department's gonna be set up, but we will have one. So it's a shame we can't use the lead. But Dr. Ham, we welcome you, and we look forward to your continued research here at Project Genesis. Eager to just rush through the introductory phase and just get to work. I admire his enthusiasm. I hope this isn't an omen of things to come, because you really shouldn't see the trade secrets here in our enchanting area, nor our non-existent fishing farm. Okay, buddy, you know, I've about had it with you, Dr. Ham. Dr. Zomboni's down there whittling away, wasting away his life tediously, and here you are. Come on, buddy. Go. You have unprecedented access to this area. No zombie pigman has ever been here, and this is what you do. Fail to take advantage of it. You know what? Open the chutes. It's time for you to go down, sir. To the laboratory. I'm trying to unite you with Dr. Zomboss, okay? You know the great Dr. Zomboss? Very influential, very successful. And yet, you just want to stick your nose in that saddle. So that's all that's in there, saddles, Doctor. I have tons of them. I'll give you one. You can have a whole chest of saddles if you just go this way. Doctor, I'm sorry, but you can't turn back. You're going to have to proceed to the workstation. Don't fear the slime. I'll take care of them for you. And probably hit you in the process, triggering an uprising. But Doctor, wonderful. Oh, no. That's the one place you can't go. What an idiot. What a total idiot. Dr. Ham. I'm sorry, but your credentials aren't quite what I thought they were. And subsequently, pains me to do this, Doctor, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to terminate our contract due to insubordination and the need to test out this sword. And he could totally stop there. But you can't now, Doctor. You'll probably glitch through the block and still hit me, and possibly destroy this farm. But what's that? You don't want to die. You want to study fish? Marine biology was always your dream. Well, why didn't you say so? Dr. Ham, you're spared for the time being. However, I'm sure I will find your noises quite annoying. I don't know if it's worth it, Dr. Ham. Still there? Okay, well. I don't know, Doctor. Can you swim? Can you swim? No, surely. No one likes bacon. Well, the experiment will continue for now. But I don't like your chances of survival. Alright, so you didn't get to see all the glory that went on here, but apparently, I don't know why I'm talking about even draining an ocean monument or anything like that. We should clearly just be building a slime farm. I was just wanting to get up to the surface and see if we could get some skeleton horses, but these sounds are also annoying. It must be stopped, so that's what we're doing now. But I tell ya, we might just set this up because I'm pretty confident we've got like 2 chunks here that they're not. They're very active in terms of their spawn rates for slimes, but I'm hoping we don't miss all of this thunderstorm. So I'm gonna run up there, and the way things are going, who knows, maybe we'll finally get lucky, or it'll be daytime and not raining. Still raining. Sun is setting. That's west. Small chance this could pan out in our favor. Very small. I'm not sure the best way to get to where we need to go in my own base. We need to get to where we can see the birch trees. It always... You know, I don't know that I pulled that in there. I did the other day. Wonderful. Okay. I can totally see a creeper dropping out on me. Dr. Ham's still living, if anyone was curious, but right over there is our hill in question, and it appears that we have missed. Oh, spiders can get in here. What? I thought he was cool. He's not. He's far from cool. So apparently no skeletons inside. Cool. No thanks to Dr. Ham's insubordination. Now that'll take me right back to where we were, but there's no water down there. So, unfortunately, it looks like the thunderstorm has passed. We just have a rather torrential rain for what it's worth. So, like I said, par for the course. Not daytime, just not what we needed. So, back at it we shall go. All I really wanted was the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse to descend upon our base, but as you can see, the storm has passed. Mainly had spiders spawning constantly, creeper, 1 or 2. Nothing crazy, but then it came over here, looked out my window, and there were 3 witches again. So I'd kind of like to salvage that guy, but I don't think I have enough of the material. Is that a spider jockey? No, I think it's just a block behind him. Strangely placed block. How about that? Anyway, that was a buzzkill, unfortunately. Yeah, it was a slab, kind of looking funky. But hey, the shooting gallery is open. Always fun. I do this primarily off camera, but you know, goal is to have a good time, and I do. So, sadly, like I said, storms passed, but we'll get back to normal here in just a little bit. So, I'll catch you in just a bit. Alright, so we are back. As you can see, I've acquired quite a bit of sand as a rabbit jumps off of a cliff for no apparent reason yet again. But this is not really where we came. It's not really where we've been. It's where I wound up, though. I think I took some quick clips here and there. We went on a really long adventure, and we found some pretty cool stuff, including a Megatega, which right there we can see we got our first podzol on this world, and still no jungle, for whatever that's worth. But we definitely want to get back there. I think we'll build a portal. Then I also think I recorded a little bit of a time that we made our way towards. Turned out to be pretty cool. It was a plains village, but it was like had a pathway across a river to a roofed forest. Looks like a terrible place to live. I mean, it's like the people are going to be killed not only by hostile mobs, but wolves, and have tons of solicitors and all kinds of terrible things. But with all that said, I'd kind of like to build a portal to go there too. And last, we've completed our stack, so we got to get back through here. And I'm not thinking this is anywhere near where I came through, but I'll have to reorient myself in the nether. Hopefully we don't find anything cool in there. Let's see. Huh. That explains it, and which way to go, I don't know. But, man, I'd kind of... These doors really need to go. But that's it. I'm going to get ourselves back to the base. Probably grab some obsidian, come back in the nether, and build some portals. And then we'll continue on in this mess of an episode. Oh, exciting times right here. So, as it worked out, if the math is correct, that should take us where we want to go. This is what was in existence. We haven't really done much of the paths coming over this way. Of course, I used all the sand back in the day. Let me know that that was a desert. And it worked well enough to get me back all this time. So, the cool thing about this is it's relatively secure. So, I will go ahead and light that up. That goes somewhere. I think to a dead end, if I remember right. But anyway, we will get this flint and steel. And like I said, hopefully this puts us out relatively close. No idea what time of day it'll be. And we should be... I try to never be like right at the village in the event that it is nighttime. I don't want them all killed, you know. And this one should be pretty interesting because of the location. But if we can, if we get there at night, we'll try to sleep immediately. Save as many lives as possible. I was worried for a second and then saw what I wanted to see, which is that. And this is it. This part we didn't really explore. Not exactly sure. I mean, I was all over the world. I think through the swamp is where I saw this, but the coolest thing, we should be just above it right there. This is one of the things that I thought, man, that's actually pretty cool. And the village is here in the plains, and then there's just this random path that goes to the roofed forest, you know, kind of like sort of medievally, I have to say. And I'm very concerned about this for one of two reasons. Number one, there's a lot of shade here, and that's a very narrow body of water to protect them, let's be honest. So, being the good steward that I am, I forgot to put the podzol away. We're going to put a few torches here, just right in the immediate vicinity of this gloriously dark and spooky forest, and possibly save a few folk. In fact, we'll just have a trail. Look at that. Broad daylight. I mean, they're just flirting with disaster here. It's location, location, location. I like that slow. Oh, there he comes. I was like, I'm gonna question him, and then we're going to be aggressively attacked, aren't we? So, this is convenient as well. Grotto. Wonderful. Like a creeper, it's not. That's good news. And equipper. Test out the new sword. That'll do for now. Indeed it does. So, the other thing, anytime there's reeds nearby a village, I suggest you plant them immediately, because in the event that you come back to trade, and there's a librarian or a cartographer, having a reed supply on hand is always advantageous. So, we'll light this up from this side too. It's a little redundant, but in the event that we frequent this area and we get lost, this will sort of direct me back where we need to be. The good news, tons of dark oak, right? And that'll come in handy should we want to build with it, should we want to fence them in, whatever we decide to do. But I just thought it was cool, and the bridge is sort of pointless, I mean, for the village itself. But like this guy here, cartographer, right? And he needs paper, and we get paper from reeds. So I don't know that I even saw that one. Yeah, or maybe that is the path I saw. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was the other one. But just a really cool structure they have. Keep in mind this is an older version of the game, so it's not like the updated villages. It's just the way it incorporated the water of the swamp and the plains, river biome and everything. Just pretty cool. Oh, and it even continues over here. Very festive. I like this village. What's that over there? The wind just got really strong. There's supposed to be bad storms like 2:30 in the morning, of course. And it started raining a little bit ago, but nothing too crazy just yet. Oh, that's some pretty heavy rain. Anyway, it's not necessarily the best village, it doesn't look like, but it is a cool layout. And in fact, there's clay there. I don't think I've ever seen elevated clay in a village yet. It's a new one for me. But we should probably give them a little bit of light here as well. Not a ton, because they don't even seem to have a librarian for us. But I want him to die. Cartographer, man. Oh, he's got a better trade than the other guy. Okay, so anywho, that's about all I need to do, aside from the fact I just realized we don't really have that good of a path to get to our portal, do we? So I should probably take care of that. In fact, I'm kind of wondering about bridging from there to the treetop. Seems practical, in my opinion. So I'll probably do that, and then our next stop, we're going to continue on pre-existing paths, and we should start making our way towards the Mega Taiga, which I'm pretty excited about. We'll go ravage some more podzol there. And I need to make a chest here to deposit the rack. Never know when you're going to need it, but not in this exploration phase. So, really the better thing to do would just be to move the portal. Kind of wish it wouldn't have spawned right there. I'm pretty sure I was standing some ways away, probably like here. So, I guess it's off just a little bit, like 2 blocks or something makes a bit. Oh, that's... These villagers just never learn, do they? I mean, like, come on, guys. Luckily, that's not a major one, but it would spawn a lot of stuff, so. Speaking of that, I better sleep, because I can survive the night, but I don't know if our new friends can. So, I'll get this portal thing figured out, and I'll catch you back here as we continue making connections. That nifty? Look at that. Totally natural. For some reason, I can't bring myself to just use, like, 2 wide ever. Even though this is like way more practical, and that was a wasted placement. But we'll widen this when we have time. But for now, that's kind of start of something, Gets us from A to B in somewhat of a streamlined fashion, if you want to call it that, whatever. So yeah, say what you will, but I can go from the portal to the bank. I need to plant those. I got rid of the junk in the chest for what that's worth. I probably shouldn't hang on to that dark oak, but whatever. We'll put torches here just to make it stand out even more. And the cool thing, anytime a portal's in a weird place, it just sticks out that much better. And that is exactly what we want. So, like I said though, we definitely, lots of clay in this area. Need to have these reeds readily available, so if we do decide to come back here and do business, we'll work on that later. Could probably do a better job, first time seeing it from this angle, but as I said, it's utilitarian at this point in time, and it gives our crazy villagers who make paths to dark, sinister forests yet another outlet to explore. That's what we'll call it. So, with that said, back to the safety of the Nether I go, and our next stop is... it's a pretty good ways away still. So, I will get back to that, but here it is. We've got our sign there. We've still got one in the agenda. So I think where we need to go though is going to be back up there, probably to get to where I want to be. So I will do that boring part, and I will catch you at the exciting conclusion. Okay, so this is going to be off a little bit. This was all here. It's no gas has shot me yet, surprisingly. But you can kind of see I've got torches and slabs over there. That's my tunnel coming this way. I've already come all that direction Now I came out here and I'd kind of need to build the portal in this area, but as you can see there's a fortress, there's a wither skeleton, a blaze, all kinds of stuff. And subsequently what I decided to do is, this was a little ominous. I haven't actually looked over the edge, probably should. Not too bad, I figured that'd be a lava lake. So that said though, there was a nice covered area, semi-covered area over here. And I didn't put this in the mega taiga, I put it, I put it sort of off on a beachfront that would look at it. And if I'm thinking, we'll either be in the ocean by a monument, or I believe I'm more inclined to say to put me more in like a sunflower plains area, where you should still be able to see it. And if that's the case, that would actually be even better, in all honesty. So we'll just drop that there. Kinda gonna cheap out on this one, I think, because I could potentially harvest some corners in the overworld and save ourselves a little bit of hassle, right? That's kind of what I'm thinking. So anyway, this is what we will hope for, and we'll see if it pans out that way or not. There's that. This guy without breaking the one behind it like we did, classic. So, boom, boom. Alright, this should be golden. Like I said, I didn't have this structured in that biome to begin with. I don't know where we acquired that little guy. Didn't have it in the exact biome just because I kind of wanted to be at it from a distance. So we will prep the bed. There's no village that I know of. But there were some pretty cool livestock features. Tons of sunflowers, lots and lots of livestock. Wake up to a creeper. I'm gonna be pretty ticked off. Always break my bed. Just because, yeah, there we go. About par for the course. So, not quite sure where I am, to be honest with you. The sword does have knockback. That's good. As I approached our friend there, I was a little concerned. I couldn't remember if we put knockback on it or not. We got the good stuff. Okay, so we got llamas. That's a perk. We also don't want to lose the portal, which I already kind of have done. Okay, let me do this. This will be in a recording, and I'll snap it as well. So, 2630 negative 1979. Oh, we're right here. Well, it's wonderful. It's amazing. Your perspective changes quite rapidly when you turn. You know, see through the tree trunks. So I need to fell these trees so I can find this thing. But here, we'll just F3 again. We're in the taiga hills, which is cool. But look at this. We're entering the mega taiga, or we will be. There we go. Made the official transition. And it's really hard to see with this. Spider doesn't sound friendly. Cool. Caves, lots of caves, awesome. And I wonder, like I said, the livestock in this area was berserk. Just absolutely absurd quantities. Now, I'm not exactly sure where this isn't, again, where I wanted to be, per se. I had it on, like, the edge. I was afraid we'd actually spawn more towards the ocean, but didn't do that. So this will be fine, though. It's actually still cool. It gets us in the biome that we were desiring. And that's all I could really ask for. So I've got to make sure I can find this portal, and then I'll try to get to the sunflower plains, I guess. I think that's already cool if it was. Got the trademarks. Look at that. Got another friend down there. So the game plan here is to clear the area around the portal, and then I'll see if I can find the sunflower plains, maybe path our way that direction. Just because that would sort of kill two birds with one stone. But if I get lost, because this is an easy place to lose the portal, we will at least be able to find it, although I'm pretty sure it's right up here. So it just blends really well in this biome, and we can't have that. And I'm going to have to unload this guy real quick. Got this new habitat. And this will be great for mushrooms as well. Anything really will grow on pods. It doesn't spread like mycelium, but you can literally plant anything. And that may be the plains biome I want. It does look like there's sunflowers. So I'm going to clear this out, make some paths, and we'll see how we're doing. Alright, so I've kind of run around. The portal is over there. And, it's going to sound dumb, but I actually want some snow here. Trick is to not pick all that up, but it looks like I'm going to. Anyway, I've got torches strung out through this area for whatever that may be worth. Like 2 stacks, that'd be golden. Okay, we got it. Full inventory, wonderful. What I'm going to do, though, I think that's kind of the sunflower plains I spoke of, which means there should be an ocean over there, which is kind of where I wanted to come in. But for now, I was afraid that was going to dissolve. Just right out of thin air, you know. So let me come down here, and we should be able to classic crest this hill, look back, and maybe see the bridge. Maybe not. This is down a lot lower than I thought it was. We'll have to crest like the real hill, the big one. I'll let you kind of see what I did. It's just planks. Yeah, this is definitely where I wanted to be. I remember that lava pool, but can we find it? No. Right through there, though, I have quite the little setup for you. It's a spruce plank walkway that sticks out like a sore thumb when you're on that side. From here, you can't see anything, unfortunately. But let me, all disoriented now. We'll actually have to probably get in that to see it. I swear it's there. It really is. Okay. Don't recommend jumping over lava pits when avoidable, but sometimes you gotta live dangerously. Right this way. Come on. Oh, you're kidding me. Still can't see it? Okay, well, I didn't realize the mountain was that encompassing, I guess. Anyway, these cows, they know what's up, literally. Okay, so it's way over there, but it's there, trust me. Just roll with it, okay? So what I want to do now, though, is quit wasting... What's that? Oh, it's those little weird bushes that tall? I don't know if we can land this jump. It'd be terrible. I don't think we can, actually. Oh, okay. That was bad. Thank you, feather falling. Anyway, we were very close. I knew it would be close, but I correctly predicted that was not possible. I kind of got going, and I thought, no, you know what? I think we are. And as we rapidly fell from grace, I realized I was correct in my assumption, which is an unfortunate time to be correct. Anyway, this is a pretty cool little plains area. It's massive. There's multiple pockets of donkeys. Super excited. Those are ridiculously hard to find. You wouldn't think that'd be the case, but I think that's sunflower plains because it was huge, as this one is. I took a ton of screenshots last night when I was roaming through here. I had a couple with the sunset and everything. It was really cool. This is, I believe, the area I was in when we stumbled on the Megatega, which is back that way. And I'm going to see if I can't find a cool little ocean connection where I kind of wanted to be. Let's see what happens there. But swamp, sunflower plains, donkeys. I mean, there's all kinds of cool stuff here. And I love how this is a bigger plains area than we have back home. And similarly, it would be so much easier to farm. Like, ridiculously easy. The amount of terraforming I'm going to have to do back at the main base is absurd. But anyway, cool area. I'm kind of trying to get my bearings straight, see where the sea connection was. I should have a crafting table somewhere. But anyway, cool little setup. Again, we'll try to get all this mapped out, and I'll have the portals and everything going. So stay tuned, and I will catch you back here as we continue on this episode 100 journey. That's accomplishes some things and leaves others to be desired. But I'll be back. Hopefully we'll do something cool, so stay tuned. And I found where I needed to be, right here. You can see, as I said, we had our little setup there where we've got our crafting table. That's basically where I threw together my boat that took me back home somehow. That's a tree I had to ravage some logs off of to get going, but this is the view I wanted, where you can kind of see the new biome there. actually didn't know these horses were here, so that's even a bonus. I knew they were back that way. That'll get us to the Sunflower Plains. We can also kind of get there from this direction. The Ocean Monument, I don't think it's that far away, really. Let me ditch some of these. I guess we'll place our piece of obsidian there for safekeeping. Don't need that. Do we want a spruce or a dark oak boat? That's the real question, huh? We'll go with spruce. So, this should be a pretty cool spot, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see if I can replicate the ocean monument, because I'm not sure if I recorded that or not. And don't see it, but that might be it. I don't think it was too far off bank, in all honesty. So, into the spruce boat we go. And this is kind of the view I thought was so cool, that when I was coming through the Sunflower Plains, I would wake up and there's like, troughs and crests to the mountain structure. There's the ocean monument. So that bank was basically right in line with our ocean monument, which when we turn is right in line with the Megatega, which is super cool. Now, I'll take you with me because I specifically avoided going this way. Some of it, of course, would have generated already. But I'm always optimistic. I mean, you technically shouldn't have a jungle, beside this biome, but it's, it's Minecraft, anything's possible. But there could be all sorts of cool things we come across, and the biome might just be massive. I don't really know. As you can see, there's some of it over there. Seems like I came across several ocean monuments last night, but again, did not traverse this direction at all, so we'll kind of get a scope of how large this is. And keep in mind, it goes a good couple hundred blocks back from that island is where it actually begins. So it's a pretty cool little area, I have to say. And then again, it's kind of starts off with sort of the beach, and then you get into the mega side on that end. Is that a flower forest? Not sure from here. It kind of looks like it might be. If it is, preceding the birch forest, that would actually be really cool. Well, that looked like a castle structure. So, turns out, I guess it wasn't. But this, I don't know what it is. Oh, I guess that's not flower forest. Just a lot of tall grass, basically. This would be another. Yeah, I think our docking point's better. Because from here, you've just got like oak and birch forest. It looks like generic forest, if you will. But being that this is all new to me, there's a chance as we skate through the ocean, we could come across a desert or a mesa, a jungle. There's a brown sheep, by gosh. Not that. Those are, get out to do a proper screenshot. That's pretty rare to come across those just out in the open like this. So in case we decide we ever need it, screenshot it. And the first one will let me know it was a brown sheep that we saw. The second one, the coordinates kind of cover the brown sheep, but I guess if you stare at the picture and wonder why did I take this screenshot long enough before you delete it, you can avert disaster. Now this is how I typically get lost and have to find cool things anyway, but I think we can just circumnavigate back. Should not be too difficult, although that's not looking promising. It's a birch forest. I do see a swamp tree there. I found some very small swamps in this world, for whatever that's worth. But lots of sand, easy access to that. That looks like a fairly large swamp too. Oftentimes, swamps and jungles go hand in hand, but not for me, because we can't find jungles. That's how it goes. There are ways to find jungles, without having to explore, but I'm kind of wanting to do it the old-fashioned way. You wouldn't think it'd be this difficult, really. That said, is this gonna... I'm sure this will terminate or just be like a small river structure. But holy frick, this is cool. There's even a lava front. That looked like a giant mushroom, which would make it even cooler. It's a good way to get some... I can't remember if the lily pads break the boats eventually in this version of the game or not. I guess we'll find out. The good news is no. We're collecting some of them, not near as many as I feel like we should for hitting them square on. And we have run our course here, unfortunately. So I'm going to leave the boat there. It's a pretty cool swamp, I gotta say. That was, again, all natural. We haven't been here at all. I can't think of a swamp that I've, like, driven into a tunnel to get to. So kudos there. And then we got a massive ravine here. I nearly fell in. It looks like, are there sheep down there? Probably so. We don't want to fall into it, and there's typically multiple openings, so try to scale this way. I'm just going to crest the hill, and then I'll probably turn back, because it's a birch forest, which is oh so typical. Okay, birch forest, as far as the eye can see. That might have some oak in it, so it's regular forest. Nothing super exciting. Now, who knows what rests on the other side of the swamp that way, although I'm sure it would take me back to our beloved new biome that we found. But for now, I was of course optimistic. I'd take you over here and boom, the you know, joyous reaction to me finding a jungle. But not the case. Not anywhere near the case. I think I'll keep you with me though. We'll see if we can find the boat again. And oh, that's the ravine. I bet. I was like, that sure is bright. But what we'll do is we'll venture through that little opening again because it is pretty cool. You got to admit. If you don't think that's cool, I don't know what you're doing here. Because it's pretty neat. Anyway, no witch hut that we can see visibly. I'll check this view. Kind of interesting to have the swamp kind of around this mountain region. Sort of cool. But like I said, nothing flashy, nothing crazy. Just us going through new territory with our beloved Blinky. We should probably spin the name tag. We've got plenty of them. Spin a name tag on that, you know. Anywho, I've heard that they've taken away AFK fishing in new versions of the game, and not sure how I feel about that. What did AFK fishing do to anyone? You know? It's how I repair everything, if you are wondering. Granted, from oh, this is cool. Don't need to be going in there, but oh, and it goes up too. Splendid. Not sure we're gonna find our boat. I mean, we will eventually, but it's probably more efficient just to make a new one. But you know, I do what I can. It's pretty cool. I don't know that I've. I mean, I've seen them close to, you know, extreme hills and everything. It's just this one's a little different, and I like it. It's got a little bit more pizzazz, you know, with all the grand entrances that I can't relive with you because I cannot find where we were. So that's extremely unfortunate. So I won't make you sit through it. If I do find it, I'll probably have a little clip where I go wee as we sail through the cool cave. But if I can't find the boat, I can't return to where I've been. And if I can't do that, we've got a problem. I'll have to pull up the ugly coordinate screen again. But yeah, this is a good chunk of water here to not have my boat in it. Yeah, we are screwed. So I'll see if I can find it. If I can, we'll be back. If not, you don't have to sit through it. Just when you're about to throw in the towel, you lost all faith in me. And you're thinking, man, gonna unsubscribe, gonna never come back. I don't care if he finds a jungle. I don't care what he does with Project Genesis. Just what a joke this whole series has become, huh? Now, only a fool would jump off this and see if they. You know what? We're not even gonna have a water bucket because it's not gonna kill me. But make your guess, water or land. Guessed water. You're correct. Now, why? Why did I come back here? Well, it's important that you see this. Actually, there should be some lily pads here, because I don't think we harvested them all. But this was just a cool entry to a swamp, you got to admit. In fact, I'm going to screenshot that, and hopefully we remember, because you got the waterfall, and that's a lily pad factory on top of it. So check that out. Is that not cool? It's like a shielded swamp. And, I think it's neat. I think it's really cool. And then, of course, the lava there, and you might get rid of it, might keep it for lighting and mob prevention. Who knows? But that's pretty neat, I have to say. And with that said, I just have to get back to the portal now. So I won't make you sit through that, and I don't anticipate us finding anything cool or special because we've been here. So I just have to flank back along the banks, get to the ocean monument, and then make a 90-degree turn, and we should be on the island where I wish my portal was. And it's not, so then we have to go find the actual portal. So fun times, good times, late at night. That's what we do. But with that said, I will catch you back here in the Not the next one, hopefully, but in just a little bit, because we're not quite done. Don't know what we're going to do, but we'll still do something else. Alright, so there is the spruce planks that I laid down to get me to that point, which, then we kind of came from. But I just trekked through this spruce forest here, all the way from where we left off at the boat dock. And since I came this way, there's actually some wolves over there too. I need to get rid of all these trees so I can actually see this area. And I'm going to get us a sight line to that mountain and that bridge, and that'll let me know where the portal is. We might relocate it, but either way, this is not a bad path to have set up. So I'm going to be doing some forestry work, and I will catch you back here in just a little bit. Alright, so here we are a few minutes later, and let's take a gander at what we've done. You'll first notice a lot fewer trees. You'll also then notice some torches. And, it kind of meanders a little bit. That's not my usual linear path, but it is what it is. It got the job done, got me from A to B, and I'm excited about that. So anywhere there's like a kind of an angle deal, we sort of stacked it, and then we come up relatively straight for the most part. There will be slabs you'll see right here. Those kind of just outline a drop down into a cave. Probably build like an entry point at some point in time. But then we turn this way, crest the hill, cycle down. Again, you can kind of just went with the natural flow of the landscape, aside from this jaunt here, which we just etched out the entire pathway. And we get to this point, we've got our crafting table, our setup. You can see the horses there, and then that oak tree right there, of course, is where we set sail. That's sort of where I'd kind of wanted to be to begin with. So what we will do now is just run through. I'll grab some more podzol before we head back through that portal, and we will be at the base to do who knows what, in all honesty. So pretty decent progress, though. That'll get us from A to B, like I said. And got the horses, we got donkeys nearby, we've got snow, we've got podzol, got all kinds of new resources here. So hopefully we can have some fun with it again. Sunflower plains are really cool all through that entire area. So with that said, I will take you back, kind of real quick like, showcase again. You can kind of see the portal again with all the spruce trees. You could have been standing right here, you would have had no idea that thing was even there. So you either make them bigger and spin the obsidian, or you do something else. And I should mention as well, the llamas were a pleasant surprise. So with that said, time to go harvest some podzol, and I'll catch you back here in just a little bit. Well, here's kind of the transition point. We're up on the extreme hills. If I crest this hill, that area is the birch forest that transitions into Sunflower Plains. It's tons and tons of cool stuff over there. Just a really neat plains biome. Lots of subsurface caves. They're like massive by the looks of it. And then of course this whole mega biome is right behind it. And I've kind of got it staked off a little bit. Hopefully we can kind of keep track of it. But another cool, you can see the spruce planks leading to the portal. Then of course you can kind of see my path that'll lead us off over there towards the ocean. This, however, was really cool to come upon. Check this out. You go there, you die. If you go here, you survive. Case in point. Nifty. Is it not? And keep in mind, this mega biome looked really small from up there, and as you can see now, there's good reason for that. That is an absolutely massive mountain. Definitely puts the extreme in extreme hill. But got that kind of all trekked out. There you can kind of see the portal. Here's a good look at that bridge. Again, we were right over there, and you just can't see around this stupid thing. So path doesn't look terrible from there, and lots of llamas. So with that said, it's a little after 3 in the morning. I'm gonna get some sleep, not only in game but also please in real life. So with that said, I'll kind of try to check the episode length, see how much time we have, but it doesn't seem like we've probably done a lot, but I assure you we have. Getting these portals set up to the Lanes village that leads mysteriously into the haunted forest. And then, of course, this little get up right here that'll take us from here to that extent where there's another ocean monument, all kinds of sunflower plains, really, really expansive and flat sunflower plains, which is why it's so cool. But I will quit rambling. Thanks for watching. If this is the end, I hope you enjoyed episode 100. If it's not, we'll probably have something else that I tack on, because it is episode 100. But nonetheless, I'll catch you back here in just a little bit. Okay, so I was just going to do all this off camera. And there's a lot of noise. Came in. Essentially, I was just building a bridge, right? That's all I did. And then I needed to use the planks to make this go up. And I kept hearing a skeleton, and as I broke this to actually slab it with spruce wood, there was the skeleton, and he shot me. And I killed him because he shot me. And then I had 2 creepers in a row, and then a 3rd creeper came from the darkness. And I thought, well, you know, there's no point in recording. There's not like there's going to be more down the line. I took a step, and once more, 5 total creepers in a row. It's pretty bizarre, I have to say. Wiisdom. That's his buddy there. It looks like we've got an opening, though. It also looks like it might be getting dark. I tell you, all that action, just from 5 in a row. I, had no idea I needed to record because I didn't know that was going to happen, but my goodness, did not anticipate that. So we'll go ahead and grab this. So pretty good loot, let's say. But yeah, that's it. Still over here derping around. Just kind of want to get up top. And one thing leads to another. All right, so did quite a bit more caving here. Nothing too extensive. Mainly just getting cobblestone so we could turn it into slabs. And all these caves connect. And good lord, there are some nutty looking ones. Let me take you down here real quick. This one in particular. Torches up. That's the top side, and that's the one that we want to take a look at, because you come in and it seems innocent enough. I was just trying to get it 2 stacks, but check this out. You've got the giant crater room down there with all kinds of evil, and then you've got passage 1 and passage 2. And that's not anything I want to mess with at this point in time. So I got my 2 stacks. I'm going to turn them into slabs. We're going to clean the inventory out, and hopefully we'll be able to head back through the nether, kind of lay trail, so we can get back to this area, and should be golden. Not sure if we can do this. If we could run, we probably could. There we go. Saves us the trouble of opening the gate. But, I mainly put that there so the llamas wouldn't path down and kind of come through here and potentially go in the nether without me. As fate would have it, that guy wound up in the river anyway, but not by way of my bridge. He just took a splash from the side. But anyway, gotta clean the old inventory out of bits, and then we'll turn this into path. I'll try to make a trail. We'll see what goes down. Alright, I don't know about you, but I am tired, and for a good reason. Done a ton of stuff off camera here. And trying to figure out where we should go to take all this in. I've put together the episode. It's about 1 hour and 7 minutes right now, so ideally this will be the end of it, for better or for worse. There'll be a lot of stuff we'll pick up on next time, but one of the things I don't think I have a clip on for some reason is over here. And it's nothing fancy, nothing crazy. Yeah, this was not planned. Should not be anything. Oh, jeez. It seems to always be like in some little hole, like or in the wall somewhere. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, that's not what I'm concerned with. I thought snow melted, and it doesn't seem to. So that's something I learned. But this is the new feature right here. It's my snow machine. And basically the way that works, we'll just come in here with a shovel. And I do that much as we want to. As you can see, nothing's there. That's because it goes down into a hole, and it gets funneled in, and everyone's happy, right? So I'll get that junk out of there at some point in time. But that's why I wanted the snow, so we could have snow golem. Now we've got access to snow. Spoiler alert, I was considering trying it in Project Genesis, the like supplements. I gotta find that idiot. I don't have a clue where he would be. We're not gonna do it now, but I kind of want the wool to stay, but you know, like some areas, maybe we blend the snow in or see what it looks like. Or in other areas of the base, instead of having to use wool, you know, we could use the snow because I think we could get that a lot quicker. Now, this I'm not sure I can pull off. I'm certainly gonna try. Um, we'll see what we can do. So this ravine over here that connects to Demon Hill, I have conquered a little bit more of it. That guy, I don't know what he was doing. He was in that spot when I came back the other day. Right here. Okay, so as you can see, ravine, trace to farm, bridge. Now, what does that mean to you? Not much, but this is the ravine. Okay, that section there is where we have the vines. This one we don't. It's a skeleton right there. Can we hit him if we can't really see him? Yes, yes is the answer. Yeah, we got him. There are a couple of little drop-in caves like that, but the main thing is we've done some of these, and now I've done a lower level all the way around. And we basically just need to go straight to the bottom now, and then also tackle the caves. There's one cave that looks really cool. I'll try to find it for you. It's kind of like in the middle of the ravine, if I remember correctly. And it just looks massive. It might actually be that one. It looks like it just opens up and has tons of stuff. But case in point, this is the end of the ravine. We go up a level. We've got that going. However, this, I believe, is where I want to go. And it's going to be an interesting little placement. This is something I had done many, many moons ago, and I actually backtracked into it coming down the stairs, and I was like, oh, that's what happens. And then I worked my way all the way through the ravine. It loops around as we usually do, which is kind of cool. This meanders quite a bit to get where it's going, but it should come in handy at some point in time. This right here, I think we're getting close to the surface. You ready? Dun-dun-dun-dun. Right there by the bridge, which is pretty handy, I gotta say. So that's all the base over there, right? And we come in. I think you had seen that in the clip somewhere, or you should have. I've kind of worked on the path here, and I've been framing this out for a future project. We'll have to continue work on that in the next one. I'm glad I actually saw this because it's important. I have, as you can see, the Spencers in my inventory, and I decided that this area would be a lot cooler if we had waterfalls. And at the same time, sometimes I like to shut them off depending on what I'm doing. So, the torches that are kind of hidden from view over there take us into place. We can get up here. You can see waterfall go bye-bye. But again, waterfall cometh. So, nothing crazy, but it looks cool, and the path takes us there, so it makes sense. That is all pumpkined out. Might have to add a few more, I'm not sure. Hidden up here, though, you'll note there's nothing going on. This was the first one I built, actually. Flip that, and we've got a waterfall there, so that should look better from that side, which, spoiler alert, this hill here might be going away. I kind of think I would enjoy seeing the base more than like 4 staggered birch trees, just me. But right here, that path kind of connects over here. You got your option of going down to the pond or coming up here. I've laid this out where I had these grown the two. I've kind of leveled it down. Just left that one there because I haven't gotten around to cutting it off. But right here then, in a raised bed, we actually incorporated this. I still need to get the chests out of the way. And the most exciting thing, though, I don't think I want to waste the sand. Actually, now that I think about it. Alright, we got 61 pieces of dirt. Okay, I'm going to come around here with you. I've got this path still going. Took out some of the oak trees. When we come over here, I kept telling you that somewhere in this area there was a place at 8 blocks, and I couldn't find it, and I was real disappointed. Well, I found it, and it's right here, and unless something's changed, it's going to eat blocks. Now we have 61 dirt. There's 4 holes. We have 60, 59. And it's not just one like it usually is, it's 2. And I can't explain it. It's actually a 4-block area going up even. Like I can't place anything there now. I haven't tried 3 high. 3 high we could do. Now will it let me place? No, still can't. So I've never seen that. Typically, you know, like I come and there's like a ghost block that I can't get past and you just like jitter and then you have to place and break and you're back in business. But I found it. Unfortunately, it's where I kind of would like the stairs to go, but I want to continuously place stairs that I can't get to place. So I guess it's going to stay like that for now. But we have that in place. This is new too, but I think we'll start the next episode off with it. It's kind of like a little simulated gravestone. We'll probably get rid of the... It's got something else to it too, you know, but deal with that when we get to it. The last thing I guess we need to do together, we've got the golem farm, which gets the snowballs. We've got the mushrooms now. This is a 7x7. I know these will fit just fine. This one, I don't know if they will or not. They get a little bit bigger at the top. I figure, you know, worst comes to worst, we can like 1, 2, 3 it type of a thing. Or maybe even do the ends and not the middle. I don't know. We're going to find out though. And so we're going to whip out a little bit of bone meal here. Don't know how much we'll need. 27 sounds good to me. So let's get these grown and see kind of what this will look like. Oh, and then I guess there's a few other small things we can do. There's that one. The main thing here, we can use those as building blocks with Silk Touch. That'll kind of look cool in the area. What's your problem? There we go. But like I said, this 7x7 structure works beautiful for the small sized ones. Not maybe so much for the big ones, but we'll see. Maybe 27 bone meal is... and we're dead. Okay, that's a little short guy right there, but it's cool to have different sizes, I guess, you know, so we'll either leave them and decorate them with lights, or we'll harvest them, whatever we decide to do. Let's go ahead and... Oh, still have bones on me. Totally don't need a crafting table to do this, but we'll run with it. 26 sounds good. Start over here, boom, first shot. Now see, I think that's about as big as it would get. Oh, that's almost perfect. See, we got that one gap that lines up here. Now, this also looks like it might work. Cool. Okay. Awesome. I like that this isn't taking much bone meal. Probably shouldn't have said that until we were done. Awesome, so they fit. I was thinking we'd probably have to lose 1 or 2 of them. So this is pretty cool, I gotta say. This is kind of our main passageway here. Let's ditch our bones and bone meal for the time being. I need to grab that bed. I keep having to like go off without it, but yeah, I think that's cool. And then since those are taller, it helps with them being elevated too. It doesn't diminish these as much that way, in my opinion. But yeah, we got ourselves a mushroom farm powered by Podzol, which is super cool. And then we come over here. I've taken out a ton of this dirt. Time to get that flush mounted. And I think that's about it. We will expand all this shortly. I've got a couple more plans, of course. And then we got that little drop down on the other side of these mushrooms. So it's kind of going with a terraced flow. That's just 1 block taller, and then we come down, we're 2 deep here. And I was trying to figure out how much of it to incorporate and not incorporate and all that stuff, but kind of that draws the base into view, and it sort of makes me want to finish that and possibly get rid of that awning or complete it or do something with it. But I think these will look pretty good with lighting under them as well. Probably better with glowstone or something, but again, if we're going to harvest them, it's kind of irrelevant. But just for decorative purposes, I think it might work out. That'll keep stuff from spawning, although if something spawned under there, it'd be stuck, which would be hilarious. I kind of want to stay up a little late and see what this all looks like with the lights. Again, we've got some hidden under the shrubs and bushes. But I think probably off camera between this episode and the next one, that hill's going away. Sightline from here, like through those birch trees where that torches are, or the torch and other torches are, we'll probably get rid of. I think that'll be good. It'll be something I can accomplish off camera. Hopefully I remember to take you. Oh, there's an Enderman. It's like, what is that black thing? But this area looks cool. See the creeper caverns at night? I've never really seen it with the moon cresting at that time. That looks really cool at night. That's a F3, F2, F1. There we go. Okay. Very, very plausible that we encounter some resistance here, as you can see. What's the best spot to be? trying to... There's really not an elevated platform for me to go to, is there? So, let's check it out from over here. If we could get on top of one of those mushrooms, that'd kind of be ideal in all honesty. Okay, so this looks pretty good. Might get another pumpkin or two over there. Human Hill is still very dark. It's a new moon. We'll have some slime spawn. This area is actually lit decently. I feel like if we could get maybe another hidden light source, or maybe if we upgrade and have lanterns. This is actually pretty bright, so that's cool. Oh, he's look at that little demonic nut over there. The river's lit fairly well. Not that bad, really. There's a ton of creepers over there, but not the end of the world. Yeah, I believe that is going to be it for episode 100. We kind of know the areas we need to get more light on now. I've got some stuff I'll do off camera. I've got plans for episode 101 already. But yeah, mushrooms, mobs, Demon Hill, the ravine. We did a lot of explore. This is a creeper apocalypse. This is going to be great. The guy doesn't think I'm looking at him, so I don't want to deal with him. But we need gunpowder too, so this is cool. Definitely need to get all this area sort of sorted out a little bit better. But that was episode 100. Nothing crazy. No tour. We did explore a lot for whatever that's worth. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you will stick around as well. And got some plans. We also did a lot more over in the spruce area where I was building those paths. I realize now we're not getting any of the gunpowder. Fantastic. But I got some stuff planned out. I do hope you're enjoying. I hope you'll stick around to see what all else we get into. With that said, I'm going to stand here in case anything blows me up. It won't destroy our handiwork here. But I think that looks pretty good. So anyway, I'm going to quit rambling, and I will catch you back here for episode 101 of Wiisdom Plays Minecraft. Adios.